Today we're going to talk about this transition that's occurring in Russia from the presidency of Vladimir Putin to that of Dmitry Medvedev. Many in the West are suggesting that this is not a real transition, that all of the power will essentially be vested or continue to be vested in Vladimir Putin. We disagree. We take the view that the presidency is such a strong position constitutionally following the Yeltsin imprimatur of the 1993 Constitution that in fact Medvedev will begin with a tremendous level of both popular support and political legitimacy within Russia. Whatever one may say about the election, and we've said a lot, but the truth of the matter is his person will be that of president. And the fact that Mr. Putin has a veto, and the fact that Mr. Putin has the Duma majority to act as the ultimate check on Mr. Medvedev, does not in a major way limit Medvedev's ultimate ability to begin to fashion something of a different Russia. Because what many of the commentators miss is that it is in the interests of certain of the clans within the Kremlin that Russia become both more westward looking and that it seek a greater accommodation with the West. Replacing the communist ideology of yesterday is a very mercantilist philosophy that we've seen demonstrated by President Putin again and again, which is allowing the state to serve both state and the private interests of the elite in respect to particularly hydrocarbons and the extractive industries. And what's really been happening is that the Kremlin Siloviki, those who have had tremendous power in the Kremlin and optically tremendous visibility, including those who are controlling Rosneft and particularly Mr. Sechin, these people have not done much to attempt to legitimize, in the eyes of the West, many of the most corrupt and difficult and politically questionable activities. Not only the Yukos theft, but other reorganizations and restructurings that have placed formerly public or private assets in the hands of those around the President Putin. So there is an interest in attempting, if you will, to engage in what I've called reputation laundering and to attempt to develop, now that these assets have been transferred, some legitimacy and some sort of entente cordiale with the West to ensure that individuals within the elite may not be targeted. The Krasnoyarsk speech given by Mr. Medvedev, in conjunction with many of the other statements he's made, including those that describe the present legal situation in Russia as legal nihilism, lead one to believe that he feels he has a consensus on this issue that is broader than just him and his followers. If that is the case, there may be an opportunity in the West to grab onto that and use it as some leverage in terms of actually seeking to achieve some real changes. We'll know not by Medvedev's statements, but by his actions. We'll know by whether there becomes a real symmetry in the opportunities for Western businesses in Russia, as well as the opportunities for Russian businesses in the EU and the United States. And obviously we'll also come to understand Mr. Medvedev better by his treatment of the political prisoners in Russia, the Sutyagins, the Danilovs, the Khodorkovskys, the Lebedevs, all of those who have suffered under the reign of Putin, who may now have to have their cases revisited in a situation where there is a new Russian emphasis on attempting to establish legitimacy for Mr. Medvedev in his new position. Thank you.